Throughout the book, Dale Carnegie refers to Two-Gun Crowley, one of New York's history's most notorious criminals, on multiple occasions. Upon his arrest, Crowley said that under his coat was a very, but a kind heart, one that would do nobody any harm. And he probably meant this words. Although possessing a record for cruelty, many criminals are deeply convinced that they are acting to serve some good. Such paradox raises the following concern. If murderers believe their acts are fair, it is very probable that the rest of us are also compelled to see ourselves as upright, fair, and just. Appealing to these higher values can be powerful in any complaint or discussion. Let me share a situation in which I have personally experienced this. We have recently rented a car. After 5 minutes, one of the car's red lights alarmed us that we could not drive any further and had to bring the car back to be checked and revised. The car rental company could easily have prevented this problem ahead of time. However, this made us lose a total of 3 hours and miss an important appointment. I was furious. My initial approach was to complain and attack the company for its lack of professionalism. We decided, however, to apply a different method. We told them that we have always had a high opinion of their company, specifically for the quality of their service delivery and the customer service, and pursued by sharing our intention of recommending them to our friends and family. And we have honestly meant what we said. The employee sincerely apologized for the mistake, replaced the car, and gave us a full compensation for the lost hours. We achieved far greater positive results by appealing to the company's higher values and to our faith in them, rather than by shouting and attacking them for their wrongdoing. Here's takeaway number 4. Appeal to higher motives. No matter how bad your day is and how desperate you feel, everyone who has a dog knows that they will always be here to comfort you and give their love in the most honest form. They make us feel like we are important and great, which translates into happiness and further confidence in ourselves. Lastly, they do not even expect anything in return for their love. They love us both on our good days and bad days, and when we are too weak to reciprocate. Why don't we draw lessons from this type of interactions when dealing with other people? As human beings, who are wired to seek a feeling of importance in other people's eyes, we could learn from dogs to fulfill this need and expand our knowledge base, in big or small ways, from every single interaction. I often ask myself, how many people do I interact with per day? How many of them do I interact with on a weekly basis? How many words do I exchange with them every day? And how many words do I spend expressing my honest admiration? You can probably guess the answer to the last questions. About 0. But now, when I see my neighbor getting ready for his morning run, no matter the weather, I share with him my honest admiration for his discipline and endurance. I furthermore now let people know when I think they look good and have an amazing sense of fashion. I even ask them where they bought their clothes because I actually really like them. I now sincerely tell my friends of the great qualities that I see in them. I have a friend who's a real sunshine in my eyes. She's always laughing and making other people feel good. To me, my mom is truly an amazing woman and the best mother anyone could have asked for. As children, we often take this for granted, but now I consciously take time to let her know how much she means to me. At work, also, if I feel that one of my colleagues has accomplished great work, I will honestly tell them. To sum up, there are many opportunities to tell people in our lives how important they are to us. This will not only make them feel happy and perhaps even perform better, but also it blesses us with a deep feeling of satisfaction and happiness. But remember, what is just as important is to be sincere and honest in the compliments we give. Takeaway number 5. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. How can we criticize effectively and achieve our goals without hurting or explicitly blaming others for their wrongdoings? Dale Carnegie illustrates this with an example. 2 workers started smoking on a factory ground, knowing that such action was forbidden by the rules. When the manager saw this happening, instead of attacking them directly for their misbehavior, he went over to offer them cigars and added that it would be highly appreciated if they went to smoke outside. At this point, the man understood they had been caught and expressed guilt for their irresponsible behavior. This was followed by a deeper sense of respect for the manager, who had saved them from losing faith, and by a stronger personal commitment to the rules they had broken in the first place. Another example takes place in the setting of a supermarket. The manager walks around the store and notices a lady waiting by the counter for someone to come. No one comes. At this time, all the employees are busy chatting with one another about their weekends. Instead of shouting at them, however, the manager simply goes to the lady and serves her himself, and kindly asks one of the employees to beg her order. The employees understood that they were not fulfilling their duties, but instead of responding to harsh criticism of their behavior, they become more attentive and engaged than they were ever before. Whenever we have a criticism to give, we should think about to communicate it indirectly, by offering others the opportunity not to lose faith and to do better next time. Takeaway number 6, criticize indirectly. If you like this, you might also like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Get your practical summary and sign up on www.myndgate.me. Try it now for free.